Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Emmy, Grammy, and Golden Globe Award winner Marlo Thomas is returning to the New York stage in Tony Award winner Joe DiPietro's new comedy, Clever Little Lies. Under the direction of David Saint, it will begin performances on September 18th here at the Westside Theatre, where we dropped by to chat with the company. What is it like bringing this to New York?
It's so exciting because, we started at George Street Playhouse in New Jersey, and then a year later,
Your house.
my house. Then we went to East Hampton, to the Guildhall, and now we're into New York. So I feel like it's given us the time and the chance to really perfect the material and to really get it its best.
It's thrilling, the Westside Theatre is the jewel of off-Broadway, and we have the
12
great
years.
And I have
12
a show.
years.
My last show, I Love You Perfect Now Change, ran for 12 years, and so it's wild being back here. It's wild being back here, and Marlo and our cast are just terrific. So we couldn't be happier.
You wanted this house, which I think is perfect.
We actually waited for this house. We had others available. We said, let's wait, and here we are at the Westside Theatre with Clever Little Lies.
Collaborations are so delicate and so special. What's it been like?
Well, this is our
Fourth?
We've worked a lot together, so we have a nice shorthand.
Yeah.
I don't have anything particularly bad to say about you. So.
We're not looking for anything bad.
No, it's very easy. It's wonderful when you have that shorthand. And, we started, we did a reading of this the first reading of the first draft at Marlo's apartment up on Fifth Avenue. And after the reading, she said to me, I love it, let's do it. And luckily I ran a theater, so I said, I'm going to move around some things. And she said, let's do it as soon as possible. And we did it like 6 months later. So that's great when all those things come together, And I knew I could trust Joe because we had already worked together several times, so...
Yeah. And David was the first person I gave this play to. So he, and you never know when you give someone a play if they'll like, because it's fresh hot off the presses. So he called me up and said, oh, I love this. He goes, what do you think about Marlo Thomas for the lead? And I was like, Fab, do you know her? Right? He goes, I do. I've worked with her. So it's been a really, it's been a relatively quick process. I mean, it's been really fun that way.
What can you tell us about the role that you play without giving anything away?
Very, very conflicted, complicated, pulled in two different directions, very dramatically, trying to resolve a big life crisis, and maybe having people around him who are a little bit nosy and trying to butt in and know his business and everything. So conflicted, I guess, in a word, turbulent.
So you're the new member of the company.
Right.
So you've been in rehearsal for how long?
2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks.
What has it been like working in the rehearsal room with your director, David Saint, and the company?
It's been, first of all, it's been fun. It's been relaxing. It's been at a great pace for me. These guys all know this play. They've done it before. But everybody's made me feel really, really good and feel that my contributions are, helping the piece, and everybody's excited for me to be there, and that makes me excited. And of course, all these actors are dynamite, and it's really inspiring to work with them.
So here we are. You're getting ready to open the show in New York. Third time, right?
I know. 3 times is a charm, you know what I mean? So we're very excited about the opening. The preview opening is actually the 18th of September, and then beyond, we open on the October 12th. We're really looking forward to both openings. So dress rehearsal is an opening, 2 of a kind. Anytime you have an audience, there's an opening. This lobby is an opening of a kind. We're in the lobby of the Westside Theatre here on 43rd and 9th, and we're rehearsing here, by the way. Did you know that?
You're upstairs?
In the theater. They have everything ready, pretty much. Even the stage moves a touch, and so we're very excited for you guys to come and see it all and watch Clever Little Lies happen right in front of your eyes. It's really a journey that we've all had a great time with for 3 years. This is the 3rd year of this show. It was being pruned, as it were, in both the George Street Theatre in New Brunswick and in the Hamptons last summer.
Tell me about this play, what you love about Joe's writing and the man you play in this.
I love it because it's so true to life. There's a couple of quotes in it that I just think are wonderful. That I say to my son at one point in the play, you're creating the center of your life with this new wife and infant that he's got, and he's having a little bit of a sortie into another area of life that perhaps he shouldn't be doing, and he's seeing a woman, and so I tell him that you can't do this because you have a wife and an infant. You're creating the center of your life, And that has stuck with me because I've done that. I created the center of my life. I was married to Meredith McRae, as you well know. She passed away in 2000. But we have a child at the time, and that was the center of my life for a long time. And adjusting to the fact that it's no longer here, wow, pretty tough. So I'm telling my son that, and I say to everybody out there, if you have a wife and an infant, you better stay true because you'll pay a big, big price if you don't.
What has the whole journey been like for you with this piece?
Well, it's been one of the most thrillingly collaborative pieces I've ever worked on, because when we first started working on this play, we spent, I want to say, a week to 2 weeks just sitting around a table and talking about the script and making sure that the story made sense and that the relationships made sense and that the story we were telling was sound. And that is such a rare and beautiful opportunity for an actor to get to do, to be part of that process. So then to take it through all these different incarnations, from George Street to Guildhall last summer and now to Off-Broadway, and to keep watching it evolve and deepen and become more nuanced and funnier and more poignant is like, it's a dream.
What can you tell us about the woman you play without giving too much away?
Sure. Okay, so I play a woman named Jane, and I am married to the protagonist, Billy, and we have just had a baby named Emily. She's about 3 months old, and I have taken to motherhood like a fish to water. I'm really enjoying it. Of course it's challenging, but it is this sort of all-consuming occupation, and I'm happy to do it. But perhaps while compromising other aspects of my life. And so there are a few challenges that have arisen in the marriage that I am aware of and trying to take certain steps to correct them. But I'm also ignorant of some other details.
First of all, how does it feel to be back? You're coming back.
I'm so excited to be back, and just being in New York and going to the theater. My friends will all be able to come. I'll be able to see my husband every night. I'm very excited. I just love the theater. Phil and I go to the theater once a week. We see everything, and sometimes we see things twice that we really love. And I love this little theater. We waited 6 months. This was the theater we really wanted. We felt right away after playing in George Street in New Jersey and the East Hampton Guildhall that we need this kind of theater, a small theater that's going to bring a community in. So we're very excited.
When you first got the play, what made you fall in love with this and Joe's writing?
It was interesting. I read the first few pages and I thought, oh, I know what this is going to be. And then it so shocked me. And then it shocked me again. And it was like, I love this. Because you are really putting your audience on a train going through a what house, a fun house. And it's just very truthful to a family. Families have secrets. And this family has a load of secrets. And you don't realize how many secrets there are in this family. And that I find really fun, exciting, and a little bit profound. I mean, you pay a cost for lying. We all think we can do it, and get away with it. But I'll be damned, even a white lie. I say to somebody, well, I'm not in town next Saturday. And then I run into them at the restaurant. So I think, I'm not even doing this anymore. I can't get away with it, So when it's a big secret, then it gets caught. You get caught.
And he's written you such a beautiful role.
Oh gosh, I love it. I really do. But there's no sense in having a great role in a bad play. That closes on Saturday night, right? So what's great about this experience is that it's a wonderful, wonderful play, and it's a great part. And also, as you saw yourself, every one of these parts is good. Every one of these parts is good, And I say to everybody, stop acting as if I'm the star of this play. I'm not. It's an ensemble piece, and it doesn't work unless all of us are the flying Wolandas together, throwing that bar back and forth and keeping it alive. And that's the fun of a good company. So we're very excited.